Hello everyone. So today we talk about another important aspect of managing your AI teams, the tools that the team uses for different purposes. So today we will be looking into, how exactly you are managing the access and license for tools within your data team and what is a better way to do them as all the new modern stacks are coming up and cloud is enabling a lot of federated access control across the platforms. So if you see on an average, a AI team uses up to 15 different tools. These tools could be for visualization. You have tool A for running the jobs. You have tool B. You can have different types of databases that you have to operate upon. There will be different tools or platforms, which might be helping you with your MLOps operations. There could be platforms which can be helping you with data lineage. So there are so many things which keep moving, and all this has to work together within a same single AI or data team head. So how exactly you manage all these different tools and accesses across different users? And why this is very important is this is very important because if you give access to someone for an intended purpose, you need to make sure the access is only allowed for that intended purpose for that period of time. Because if you don't do it, you actually carry a risk of exposing your data and business critical information to unintended users. So how exactly it's pan out for a team? You will have data engineers, MLOps engineers, data scientists, BI engineers, cloud engineers, and there are other roles as well. And all of them are picking on their own tools, which can ease off their job of doing it. They could be proprietary, they could be open source, and at the same time, these people also are trying to do with platforms, not just single tools or platforms as well. And most of these are cloud hosted until unless there is a specific need to have them on prem and in a closed doors. So how exactly you manage it, and how you manage all these changing requirements where a data scientist might want to have access to a database to build his models, and once the data is out he don't need to have access to a database, or who should access the visualization software. And this is not just about accesses, but also you need to manage and audit your licenses. How many licenses you have, say, for Tableau, and who is using these licenses, and are you actually making worth return from having those many licenses and users? So unintended access to tools and their access to data and business critical information is a big security, privacy risk, and also from the licensing, auditing, and cost perspective is important to know. And as we know, not all team members require same access and same tools, so this becomes important. So how it is done right now based on our research and survey, and maybe it will reflect from your own experience as well, is people are managing on Excel trackers. Hey, Abhishek have access to Tableau, his password is generated and his username is generated, cool. Or you know there could be other trackers of the type where you might be using standard project management tools to have those trackers. You could be just simply doing with simple, hey, can you request the access through email to this department and copy this. And once the department sees the email and your manager replies to it approved, then we'll give you access. And the modern teams, which have already figured out that their business required many tools to run their business, they already have identity access management system. I've not put them here because they're not directly relevant to or applicable to AI teams and AI tools, but they can still also do the same thing. The right way to do is, having a O authorization flow and do the access delegation to a centralized tool, which is designed just for your AI team. And Probyto AIMS provide OAuth and OpenID out of the box. If you want to have a demo, we can show you a demo how it actually works out. Um, on this slide, just how it works. For instance, let's suppose you have Jupyter, which is enabled for data scientists, or Airflow, which is enabled for data engineers. So essentially, these tools are hosted on the cloud, and once a user try to access them, the request comes back to Probyto AIMS to check whether this user is allowed access with that. Is this the right tool which they should be accessing right now? And the super admin has to set up the permission for the user. And then the authorization flow happens where Probyto AIMS make sure the right roles are provided and right username is provided to the tools so that all the work can be managed. You can have the video in my comment section, and yeah, please go ahead, log in into demo portal and see how it works for you, and let us know over sales@probyto.com if you require a demo. Thank you.